Big updates from Old Trafford. From Matheus Cunha's statement to a £34 million transfer gamble, plus fresh twists in United's striker hunt, this summer window is heating up fast. Let's break it all down. Man United transfer news. Matheus Cunha issues statement as new striker deadline set. Manchester United Chiefs will be hard at work already to bolster the squad after a woeful season, with plenty of incomings and outgoings planned as Ruben Amorim looks to get his squad back in shape. Manchester United have got a massive summer ahead of them after their disastrous season came to a close. The Red Devils rounded off the campaign on a slight high note after beating Aston Villa 2-0 on the final day, but they finished in 15th place after 18 losses, and there is much work for Ruben Amorim to do. Amorim addressed supporters after the Villa game to apologise for a woeful season that also saw them beaten by Premier League rivals Tottenham in the Europa League final, and promised that the good days are coming. The Red Devils have already started to make moves on both incoming and outgoing moves ahead of next season after confirming Johnny Evans, Christian Eriksen, and Victor Lindelof would all depart on free transfers, while the likes of Alejandro Garnacho, Marcus Rashford, and Jadon Sancho are expected to leave. Meanwhile, Matheus Cunha is set to be the first name through the door as part of United's rebuild. Amorim will need plenty more names to arrive if he is to restore United to their former glory. Mirror Football has taken a look at the latest Manchester United transfer news after the final day of the season. Garnacho offered Napoli escape route. Garnacho's future at Old Trafford looks increasingly uncertain after he was benched for the Europa League final and then left out of the matchday squad entirely for the last game of the season against Villa. Tensions appear to be growing between the player and Amorim after he scolded his manager's decision, before his brother accused the coach of throwing him under the bus. Now it seems Napoli could be ready to rescue him from his difficult spell after the Italian side won the Serie A title last week. According to the iPaper, Napoli sporting director Giovanni Manna will soon meet with United officials to begin the negotiation process over Garnacho after missing out on him in January. The Naples outfit had a bid of £40 million rejected in January, with United valuing him closer to £70 million, but the Italian team could have better luck in striking a bargain after a tough season for the Argentine. Amorim awaits Delap decision. One player Manchester United are hoping to sign is Ipswich's Liam Delap, but they will have to do battle with a number of clubs amid stiff competition for his signature. Delap is hot property this summer after a superb spell with the Tractor Boys, scoring 12 times in the Premier League. Liverpool and Chelsea are among the teams said to be interested alongside United, but those contenders won't have the £34 million major transfer gamble Man United could sign as club face most high-stakes transfer window in years. Manchester United are headed for one of their most important summer transfer windows. Manchester United are due a bulk of first-team changes following their hugely disappointing 2024-25 season. Ruben Amorim is set to stay at the club beyond the summer, but the same can't be said for the majority of his senior squad. After months of frustrating performances, the Red Devils are expected to offload a number of players to fund a major restructure as the club hope to return to their usual standards. One of United's biggest concerns this season has been their lack of flair in attack. They are expected to listen to offers for Jadon Sancho, Marcus Rashford, Antony, Alejandro Garnacho and Rasmus Højlund this summer, potentially stripping their forward options down to the bare bones. This will leave United with a lot of spaces to fill, and there are plenty of players on their radar right now. Lyon's Ryan Cherki is one of the names linked with an Old Trafford switch. A number of reports have been doing the rounds lately, connecting Cherki to United. Sky reporter Patrick Berger posted on social media that the interest is strong and club representatives have already held talks with Lyon when the two met in the Europa League. The Frenchman has turned a lot of heads with his performances this season and put on a personal showcase to United when he popped up with 2 goals against them. His goals against United in the Europa League added to his impressive tally of 12 goals and 20 assists this season, which would be a huge boost for the Red Devils if he can recreate this form in England. L'Équipe has reported that Lyon value Cherki in the region of €40 million, £34 million, and are banking of a quick sale this summer. As far as transfer fees go in this day and age, £34 million is a very cost-friendly price, but no transfer is without its risks. United are in dire need of new creative players, having scored just 42 Premier League goals this season. This is one of the lowest in the league, with only Everton and the relegated 3 teams finding the back of the net fewer times than Amorim's side. If the Reds offload all the attackers linked with exits, their wide players will be seriously diminished. Cherki is a right-winger by trade but can also operate on the left, up front, and in midfield. His versatility and impressive creative numbers make him a very attractive target, but having never played in England, there is a risk he may not take to the Premier League well. We've seen plenty of players in recent years enjoy blistering seasons overseas but struggle to adapt to the Premier League. For United, the stakes are extremely high this summer and they need to get the window right. Having spent big cash amounts on disappointing signings in the past like Antony, fans will be expecting new recruits to be a good fit. Al-Hilal is Man United target with trump card to lure him from Champions League finalists. Manchester United were previously linked with a move for Inter Milan boss Simone Inzaghi, who is now on the radar in Saudi Arabia with huge funds potentially available. Simone Inzaghi could leave Inter Milan this summer as he's eyed by Saudi Arabian clubs. The Italian will manage in a second Champions League final in 3 seasons this weekend, which could prove to be his swan song. Inzaghi has just seen Inter narrowly miss out on the Serie A title whilst they also came unstuck in the Copa del Rey final. In Europe though, the Italians have continued to claim some major scalps, downing Bayern Munich and Barcelona en route to the final. PSG stand between Inter and a first European triumph since 2010, but Inzaghi will have to make the club more than the sum of their parts when he comes up against the heavily funded PSG outfit led by Luis Enrique. Inzaghi has not enjoyed the same financial might as other managers around Europe and could yet be tempted by a switch to Al-Hilal. The Saudi outfit have huge riches and are keen on having the Italian as their manager, reports The Times, which would see him benefit from a near-open checkbook. Manchester United and Chelsea have been linked with moves for Inzaghi in the past, but he has chosen to remain in Italy. Having had to work within financial constraints, the Inter boss may welcome the chance to pursue the players he wants. The former Lazio boss previously claimed he leads one of Europe's best teams at the San Siro, with Inter continuing to challenge for honours throughout his tenure, but has remained open-minded as to his future moves. Inzaghi said, "It's very interesting football, all coaches like it. I don't deny that there have been possibilities over the last few years, even when I was at Lazio, but I was happy at Lazio and I'm happy at Inter. I like it, English football. It intrigues me, but I'm at one of the best teams in Europe and I'm happy here. Nobody can be certain about the future, though." Whilst working in Italy, Inzaghi first claimed the Coppa Italia with Lazio before moving to Inter, where he won the Italian Cup on 2 more occasions. He's also won Serie A but wasn't pursued by the Red Devils when they went looking for Erik Ten Hag's replacement. Inzaghi can claim European Cup glory this weekend and told UEFA, "It would be the crowning achievement of a great job that started 4 years ago. We know it will be a very important final and we are desperate to make our fans really happy. We will give it our all." Man United transfer news. Liam Delap blow, Rafael Leao claim, Gyokeres alternative. All the Manchester United news, views, and transfer rumours with the summer window set to open in just over a week's time. Hello and welcome to the Manchester United transfer blog on Monday, May 26th. The 2024-25 Premier League season is over, and after what has been a season to forget for United, they at least ended it on a high. Goals from Amad Diallo and Christian Eriksen, in what was his final match for the club, gave Ruben Amorim's side a 2-0 win over Aston Villa. The result saw them move up to 15th place in the Premier League table, with that being the final position. Eyes for United will now quickly turn to next season. It is expected to be a busy transfer window for the club, with them already linked with several players. The club are said to be closing in on a deal for Wolves forward Matheus Cunha, who has a £62.5 million release clause in his contract at Molino. It is said that a verbal agreement is in place between the club and the player. Elsewhere, strikers Viktor Gyokeres and Liam Delap continue to be linked. The latter has been holding talks with interested clubs over a potential summer move. In terms of outgoings, there has been a lot of talk over the future of Alejandro Garnacho, with the winger not even in the squad for the clash against Villa. More on Matheus Cunha. BBC Sport claim Man United's first instalment to Wolves over Cunha will be of £20.8 million upon purchase. This will then be followed by payments at the end of the next 2 seasons. These payments will be divided into 3 instalments, with United required to complete payment before the end of the 2026-27 campaign. Rafael Leao move. Man United reportedly have a concrete interest in AC Milan and Portugal star Rafael Leao. Team Talk have reported that United, Chelsea and Bayern Munich are all keeping tabs on Leao's situation. Arsenal and Barcelona are also thought to have contacted the player's representatives. The report adds that Milan won't accept anything less than £84 million. Jadon Sancho latest. The Independent's Miguel Delaney claims that Chelsea are yet to make a decision over Sancho. The Londoners are obligated to make the 25-year-old's move permanent after his loan spell at Stamford Bridge this season. However, if they choose not to sign him, Chelsea will have to pay around £4.5 million to cancel the obligation. Bruno Fernandes makes Manchester United feelings clear after triple exit confirmed. The Man United captain made his feelings clear about the triple exit involving Johnny Evans, Victor Lindelof and Christian Eriksen. On Sunday afternoon, following United's 2-0 win over Aston Villa, those 3 players were honoured on the pitch. Fernandes later took to Instagram to share a few words about each of them. Sharing a video of Evans on his Instagram story, he simply wrote, "Legend," followed by a love heart.